Are you new to Los Santos? No worries, I got you covered. My name is Salty Table and welcome to my Rags to Riches series where I teach you how to go from owning a very cheap car to owning a multi-million-dollar office in Los Santos. Also owning multi-million-dollar businesses that support your growth and an annoying assistant.
Are you sure you need more snacks? Looks like your pockets are full.
So join me on my adventure where I instruct and teach you how to become a multi-millionaire in Grand Theft Auto 5. This is my Rags to Riches series, episode 15. What's going on, guys? My name is Salty Table and welcome back to my Rags to Riches series in GTA 5. Yes, I know it's been a while. I've had finals and I've had to prioritize school over this, and I'm sorry for my inactivity. But anyways, guys, I'm so glad to be back, and if you guys are enjoying my content so far, please hit that like and subscribe button. It really helps my channel grow, and you guys are what keeps my channel alive, so thank you guys so much. Anyways, today we are going to be focusing on getting that first upgrade on our Coke lockup. Remember, we have staff and equipment upgrades, and we're not going to be doing security because we want to upgrade our business so that we have some passive money coming in. And passive money is the best kind of money because we don't have to work for it. It just makes it on its own. And just so you guys know, if you remember from the last episode, we actually bought supplies for $75,000 for the Coke business. So it's going to be generating money as we do what we're going to be doing today, which is saving up about $1 million. Actually, no, sorry, $700,000 for that first upgrade. And we're going to be buying the staff upgrade. You guys could totally buy the equipment upgrade, but I'm going to be doing the staff. Maybe in a few months, if you guys are still watching this, maybe one's on sale, then you guys can really choose. They both basically do the same thing. But yeah, no, we're going to be working towards those upgrades today, and we're going to be bouncing back and forth off of what we've been doing. So we're going to be doing some of the vehicle imports. So we're going to be importing cars, only top range cars. You should only export top range cars and keep your standard and mid range cars. That way the game forces you a top range car every single sale. I know it looks nice to have a vehicle warehouse full of top range cars, trust me, but you know what looks better? Having an office garage full of 20 high-end vehicles, personalized. That looks better in my opinion. So here we are, we're going to start it up. We're just going to be bouncing off of that car work and the VIP work. Now, I'm not going to buy any more supplies for my Coke business. I only bought them last time.
Oh. You're looking at the map, right? That should show you what's available in the Los Santos area. Click on the red icon, and you'll see the details of that space, whether it's small, medium, or high capacity. Once you've got some space, we can get you some stock.
So yeah, that's the assistant. Sorry, I didn't know she was going to talk right there. I wanted to bring up that warehouses in crates are on sale this week, but don't worry, I'm not going to be buying any because I don't want 2 months down the line someone watching this and not having enough money for a crate warehouse. I just kind of want to put that out there. But I think it ends tomorrow, so sorry, I really wanted to get this up sooner. So here we go. We're going to get the vehicle, and there we go. We got a top-range car. Now, of course, I don't get a top-range car every time. I only show you guys my top-range cars that I get, because I don't want to show you guys a standard or mid-range import if I can't teach you anything about it. It doesn't really make sense for me to waste your time, and I don't want to waste your time. This whole series is not about wasting your time. This whole point is about getting the most out of your time. So anyways, here we go. We're going to start up our first vehicle import. Very simple. I'm not going to really show you guys the whole thing. I'm just going to kind of jump around from it. There's our assistant. We're just going to hang it up right there. Shut up, Karen. So here we go. We're going to start it. Vehicle's right there, very close. I don't need the CEO chopper. And I'm just going to go do this import, and I'll get back to you guys when I'm done. So here we go. I just finished the import. I took it to the vehicle warehouse. I killed off the 4 waves of enemies. Oh, I forgot to mention, I did make this an NAT type session. As soon as I started off this video, I made an NAT session before I even started recording because they're just so OP, man. They're just so overpowered. Like, you can't be destroyed by oppressors. And there we go. We got our first $100,000. Remember, I'm starting out with $30,000 this episode. And here was me. I completed a headhunter. I went and stole a jet because I was kind of up north. After that sale, so I stole a jet, did a headhunter, deposited that, and I don't think I need to show you guys the whole process. I've been doing it for 14 episodes now, so we're gonna be bouncing back and forth in between those. So here we go. I had finished my long grind, and yes, this was about 2.5 hours of gameplay. But if you think about it, 2.5 hours for $700,000, that's insane. That's so crazy. Like, that's good money. We're only like level 50, okay? That's crazy. So here we go. We have the money here. So I don't want you guys to think that it was just like, you know, easy money. No, I had to grind for about 2.5 hours, probably at minimum. But anyways, we have at the lockup, we have 760K. And you may notice that we have some stock to sell, and you can sell it to 2 different places, Blaine County or Los Santos. Now, Los Santos sells for more just because you can take it farther, and it's farther. So we're going to buy that first upgrade, and you may notice that number jumps from 40,000 in stock to 48. And when we want to go sell to Los Santos, we actually will be able to sell for more money, because if you remember, it was 60. And now when we go to, here, I'll resupply it first. There we go, we resupply it, and we go to buy stock, or sell stock, it's actually $72,000. And there we go, we're going to be saving up for that equipment upgrade next, and when we go to sell, it'll be for $72,000, because if you remember, the staff increases the speed and the quality of the product. As for the equipment, does that too. The equipment speeds up the pace that it's created and the quality. And when you do a sell, I'll give you guys a quick rundown of all the sales you could put in the future, maybe, but I'll give you a quick rundown right now. Depending on how much stock you have in your lockup will determine what kind of sale you get, not what vehicle you get. You could get a sale with one vehicle at the minimum, which is what I have here, or 3 vehicles at the max, unless it's motorcycles. Then you can have up to 4 motorcycles, which is why I'd suggest, if you're going to be playing solo like I am demonstrating in this video, I'd suggest only getting maybe 1, maybe 2 bars, 3 maybe of stock and selling that. But what I'm going to be doing in this series is I'm going to be getting up about 1 bar of stock in the lockup. Then I'm going to join a full session, and then I'm going to sell that, because I know it's only going to be 1 vehicle, and it's a lot easier to transport 1 vehicle across the city than having a group of 3 guys going. And we'll also be using the off the radar to sneak that 1 vehicle into the city. So if you're going to be selling, let's say, you know, you're ahead of me right now, you're ahead of this whole series, and you have a 5 bar stock lockup, you know, you're fully maxed, you got to sell some, and you have to sell some friends. I'd suggest the NAT session. I know that people will give, you know, you'll be upset because you'll miss the bonus, but if you're starting out new like me, I'd suggest getting into an NAT session, because you don't have an oppressor to guard you, you don't have a buzzard to watch over you, you don't have deluxos, you don't have anyone protecting you. So I'd suggest going into an NAT session if you have a full stock. But I'm going to be doing 1 bar sales in a full lobby, so I get a bonus on that 1 bar, and I only have to handle 1 vehicle, and I can use the Lester call. And I'll do that in the next episode. I just want to give you a quick rundown that if you're, you know, the amount of stock determines the difficulty of the sell. I think that's a good way of running it down, and that goes for all businesses, whether it's, you know, coke, meth, counterfeit cash, the document forgery, I forgot the other one, whatever. And it also goes for the bunker too. You have full stock in bunker, you're gonna get a harder sale. Now the vehicles can vary. You like here, you see I got a dump truck. I could have gone the worst case scenario, which is the Boxville. You could get a helicopter, you could get an airplane. You could get a big truck, like it's got a trailer. This is like the second worst, right behind, and then right behind this is the Boxville vans, which are unbearable. So I got a little bit lucky just because I don't have to get out and drop it off. I can just hit right on the D-pad as I drive over, so I can make this very quick. So this is this sale is relatively easy. Selling product can be dangerous in full lobbies. Would not recommend it if you're new. I don't think I missed anything. If you guys have any questions about selling, please ask me. I've done so many sales, hundreds and hundreds of sales. I'm more than happy to give you guys some advice on anything. Monster trucks, you know, use an oppressor to fly back. you could, and get the second one. Unless you have 3, then you have a more complicated situation. So selling product is very, very complicated. It doesn't have to be complicated, but if you're selling in a full lobby, it is complicated. And it can be tough sometimes if you're doing it alone like I am here. Of course, I only have 1 vehicle, so it's not. But if you have 2 vehicles, what I'd suggest is once you get into the city, call a Merryweather helicopter, go back out. It's only $1,000, best deal. You don't have to call in your buzzard if you need to, go ahead, but you can't leave your MC to call in the buzzard. So just come into the city, call Merryweather. They'll bring you a helicopter for $1,000, and then you can head up north, get that second vehicle, bring it back. For that third vehicle, I don't know what I'd recommend if you don't have any air support. Perhaps you could make it to LSIA, get an airplane, get over Vinewood Hills, but by the time you get to LSIA, get an airplane started up and fly all the way back, you probably could have made it in a car. Anyways, here we go. I finished my sale. I'm making the last drop, and if you look in the top right, I get deposited the money. Now, this isn't like the VIP work where you have to store it into your bank right after. It actually automatically deposits right into your savings, so you don't have to go into the phone, make the sale. And if you notice, that was $72,000. And if you remember, what I paid for the supplies was $75,000. So that means that the lockup basically is starting to almost break even with itself. All I need to do now is go find a felon and sell it, and I'd be in the green with the lockup. Almost. I'm still like in the hundreds of thousands if you count the amount of money I put into upgrades and actually buying the property. But supplies wise, it is almost paying for itself, and it's only my second episode with it. Only my second episode, and I'm almost paying off my lockup, it is almost paying for itself.
And we have a sale.
And
Digital
here we go.
Transfer to your account, and that's it from LJT.
So yeah, LJT is going to give you calls if the buy is successful.
Hey, it's Paige Harris.
You can always
I work
ignore
with
these
Lester
calls.
Kraft. I basically run things over there while he takes credit. Anyway, I've got a new sideline you might be in.
Okay, yeah, I'll just ignore that. So, you will get text from LJT saying the supplies have arrived at the business. I'd suggest waiting for them before you go AFK or logging off. That way you just know for sure that your business got supplies before you got off. And now, here we are, we're back at my business, and I'm going to be starting up the grind for the next upgrade. And I'll be going over the next upgrade in the next episode, because that way we have a fully functioning lockup that's paying for itself. Because the sooner you get the lockup running as fast as it can, the sooner it starts paying for itself, which is the best part. That way you are at least risk of being in a financial hole with a couple useless businesses that it's not really awesome to show off. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys have enjoyed this 15th episode of my Rags to Riches series. If you guys have enjoyed, please remember to hit that like and subscribe button. You guys are what keeps my channel alive, and I'm so grateful for that. So thank you so much, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy.